Last time they let this trio disengage to Flopper Island. This time they decided to take the fight to them right on the island.
Yeah, exactly. This is going to be the wrap-up of the tournament as well. There's no point really for this trio to roll in and disengage. They're going to keep chasing down, but Chapix stops their chase at least a little bit. Knight's 1 HP too. If he drops down and sees him with a quick flick, he can end his big run too. He's going to stay sneaky. Meanwhile, because of this, there'll be enough relief and pressure.
I couldn't figure out a name
back up.
for my stream.
Too. They're going to be looking fine for now. Once again, though, Sancho, zone is not here. And these guys are already running through their meds and loot. Look at Chapix's inventory. This is not a Chapix loadout. Makeshift AR, blue pump. Finally find the sneaky man. Good night. Good night, literally. And that's gone. So these guys get to play their game out for the rest of game number 11. The thing is, though, they had to invest so much here. Look at all the hard mats. They barely got the fish. And zone's coming in.
It is vital for them to find a vehicle like you see in Gnosis Trio, put some chunker tires on that, which is a new introduction here in the season that just allows you to move like right over the terrain a lot faster. So they're going to sit there on Flopper Island, no doubt, hit up all the fishing holes. I've seen Thomas AC Flick and Gnosis here are going to visit this character to be able to.
If this Beast Boy won't stop, dude, like he's just messing us up watching.
Oh, Rift to Ghost, I love you.
They'll be able to rotate fast. Meanwhile, Savage, oh my goodness, almost thrown off course. It's good.
It's a little, it's a little trouble. The chunky tires, a little bit, the suspension is a little high, you know?
Yeah, I'm not sure if they were made to literally jump buildings, but Refsguard makes it happen. And while he does that, they're going to look for tags as well. This is a mobile surge of vehicle, and they're looking for it. They'll try to go for it. They'll
wow.
Why are they be able to heal and drive at the same time, or at least be in the car at the same time as he heals? True like Squeezy and Jerky, though. This is kind of the perspective. Second place and first, back to back. They got twos. I think they'll look to just
someone knocked someone.
The pump shot. Yes, they combine it for the big surge tags too. And that's gonna be looking good for them overall. Stinkfish, 6 of them in play. You saw before, Sancho, Stinkfish kind of ruined one of their games. Now they're gonna look to actually use them to get ahead of the competition.
Sometimes the Slurp Factory team used to go out into these fishing spots. They become fishermen for a bit. That's a big part of Kirachi's game plan. They have about 3 slots that's all dedicated to heals with floppers and mobility. If they had a spicy fish, that's what they use to overtake height. So that's why you found, you know, two's way out there by themselves. So that's a great adjustment by Queasy's trio deciding to push, which has been so far a chill ride for that team coming out of Slurp Factory.
Hold on. This Beast Boy skin is getting on my nerves. Where is he at?
Or grab Guardian posts. You saw a Nos at one of them. Refstar's going to be up towards the middle of the spire as well.
5 points, bro. 5 points. This is going, you know what I mean? That's what separates them from first place. And we already saw Queasy got another
Default,
one.
So if you don't get your head off of me, I know you like my skin, but still.
Top 25, so 7 points right now separating first and second.
Meanwhile, everyone's trying to catch up. They're kind of in a little bubble of their own, about 50 points ahead of everyone else. Nas, Flick, and Thomas, even the team all the way up top with Analyst Snazy, they need wins. They need wins right now to get all the way up top, but only one team can walk away with that victory royale. Only one team can really afford to push for double-digit elims and be safe at the same time. So
I think it's 30.
Thomas will try to, gonna keep rotating away.
Oh my gosh, in the storm, look.
Coming back slowly. They're in top 10. In the previous game, they moved up from 13th to 10th place. They have 190 points. They're slowly turning their fate. It's one of those teams, just like in the playoffs of any kind of sports. They're a veteran team. You don't want to see them. You know they're going to be a tough out if they're along their rotation. So no doubt.
I think that's us.
Trio sitting in front of you. That's not good news for Anas, because that trio is going to continue on their rotations. As you see, Reason actually knocking Pizza in the feet.
These guys are trying to get in my way.
These guys are already hot off their step, looking to have another great
game. 2 guys are standing right next to me. I don't know why.
One of the most surprising performances of this FNCS. Rolling in, they look so good on height. They look so good in their heat as well. They just lack that experience.
This is actually really good. This looks like the most thing I'll ever watch in Party Royal.
Janice Chapix and Hen. They're next to legendary names.
It's interesting to watch. To watch all these pro players just play like this.
They're just having a very stellar performance.
I
Excited
wish.
to see how they look in future seasons. The games aren't even done today. If they figure out how to make up for their lack of experience, take more risks, they can get even higher on the boards today.
They didn't even make it into round 4 of any of the qualifiers, so they are progressing right. And you're right.
Just
if the career trajectory, if they decide
110,
to stay
Mr. Savage.
As a trio, they could definitely keep having a better performance
110
in the
T
next finals.
Astroki looks like he's back up.
That's him.
Ardit, so the full elimination didn't really come through.
I didn't even know he was that good at the game, Jacob.
Or something that are already down, maybe big pots. Still has that stink bow, is gonna be moving over.
Ooh.
Wait for the threshold, wait for it, wait for it.
I'm waiting.
Boom, 214. We learned the lessons, yeah.
Yes.
They're looking real good. 214 above, and they still have chances to do more damage. Who's right next to him? Yeah, but it's Fast Strokey. They don't like letting
Are you sure this
away
is him?
for free. Fast Strokey, a lot of the times, if they're down on Surge, they like having these box fights, but I don't feel like in the last 2 games they're going to be playing that super risky.
Just showing you there, they take a lot of moments here to fight this engagement. You have Wakey's trio out there, you have Vidil's trio just a little bit further. So this
is that one of his tryhard pickaxes?
Names of the EU region, and 7 points is all they need right now. So when that number gets to 222, they catch up to Queasy. Placement points haven't been doled out. 5 points we're going to be doled out in about 4 places, and the lobby focus is coming in. This is second place here on the
he's
ropes.
in trouble.
They might get KO'd, and that's Noah Riley applying pressure on the other side.
Yeah, he's about to die.
Applying pressure on the other side. Here comes the stink. The gas may be a little too dense for them, and Dread now down without any shield.
He's dead. Oh, he's knocked.
Is on the same way, is able to get back to 100 HP, but Roughscar goes down. Too much pressure from all angles, as my boy Shio will say. Left, right, up, down, doesn't matter where they look.
He's dead. Your friend's dead.
It all falls on Indreda's shoulders. This will be by far one of the lowest finishes they had throughout the entire tournament. X? And this is second place once again. 6 HP and a dream, and that dream is being turned into a scary nightmare. Can they get it? Woo! Hold on just for a brief moment. And that's what FNCS comes all about, the brief moments. Be able to res your teammate Revsguard and Dreda, the classic duo, now have to hold on tight. It's not a savage.
But your friend is dead. His team is still up.
They'll try it. Red Rush Mappy Exterior still looking from the outside in. And Dreda, their second place chip, caught in a Bermuda triangle of pressure and stinks all around. Might be a shipwreck here in just a second. It's going to be so tough to get out of here, and they're not sure what's outside these walls. You can hear the footsteps too. The shield for Revsguard, he went down to Stink, so it still stays up for him. They get to save a lot on resources. In terms of the meds they have, they can see, I feel like, Revsguard through these walls. No, they're metal walls, and it'll be tough. Here comes all the pressure.
Haley told me what you were saying to her last night.
Getting tagged. This is rough for Andretta and Revsguard for the moment.
Jacob, you said that Nicole was thinking about being friends with me again, but taking it slow.
This survival story has a timer. They not only have to escape this pressure, but then move in a time limit too.
But we're not friends though, but still.
10 bills on Andretta 2. This is just too rough.
My oh my, the shoes on the other foot. We saw this engagement down in Lazy Lake.
Whoa, why won't you ask her that?
Big key refresher off of Mappy's trio, and Mappy is just disengaging right now, leaving this trio on the island all by themselves with no life raft to be able to survive.
She's gonna be in a good mood actually, because I told her I got a nice butt locker bundle of Beast Boy and the Champion, so I told her I won't be toxic anymore to her. I'll just do happy emotes. She unblocked me on. His whole team is dead.
He takes them down, and now Red Rush Mysterios
on Fortnite, yeah.
Revenge and
but she unblocked me just to say something.
Savage to go down because Queasy, Trulix, and Jerky are still on their feet, looking good.
Those quad crashers, stop
breathing in that fresh air.
Pressure, first place right now, watching in the feed, second go down. Revsguard and Dreda Savage are going to be one of the only top trios in the game right now not to be playing out this
Mandalorian,
end game.
Stay out of my way. I don't care if you
but at the same
bow me
time,
with a plunger.
At the second last game of the EU finals for Queasy, Trulex, and Jerky to really solidify that first
David, come in my lobby.
The only trio I think they have to be very have to keep wary of.
These guys are not even they're watching.
Playing height. They've already defended them once. They already got a huge bow shot to stop their
I don't know.
push. So we have to keep
I think
an
it's
eye on
22,
what kind of
I think.
does Vidil Trios have? But let's keep an eye on here on a third place team, Tayson.
That's the Deadeye wrap. I need that wrap to finish the Deadeye setup.
Looking in for a big fight too.
And I need his pickaxe.
Bloomy already a little bit affected. I think Percival's down.
But
they're not gonna be trading lives either. It's just damage. They pick up another.
Do you think you can gift me the Harley Quinn bat?
One more as well through the entire engagement. Haven't taken out the full trio, but they'll take those points. Let's talk about patterns and weaknesses for the two trios we were just talking about. Sancho, Queasy, and Vidil. For Vidil, once again, they're having bad games, and then
Tag Gang can't gift me. You remember?
Their last game was just bad. They're slated to get a VR.
Remember, I gotta wait a lot of days.
Seeing them picking up eliminations all throughout the map. Now for Queasy, Trulex, and Jerky, their biggest weakness is having height like they have right now and not being aware of the lobby getting overtaken. This is a scary situation. The only games they've really choked and lost is when they actually have high ground. The consistent games is where they play mid, they look fine. This is such a good spot for them. They look like kings right now.
Alright, sit next to me, Mandalorian.
Up for grabs. They have to be very, very vigilant. Think about Thomas HD Flick and Anas as well. This is not a pattern we've seen for an entire season, but these last two games usually is where they operate. They love the pressure. They like being in 6th place all the way behind. Now, it's a big gap. They're about 80 points away or 60 points away from the 1st place, Queasy, Trulex, and Jerky. But if they can catch up now, it has to be the time to have to take them off of height as well.
Let me introduce some other foes of Queasy's way. You have Shadow's trio, who are known to be aggressive at height. You also have a trio in Hen right behind them, who in game 4 yesterday
what's today's date?
To flank them and sneak up here. So it all depends where the zone 5, half in and half out.
I get my allowance on the 3rd.
0 seconds. Here we go. About a minute.
Yeah.
We're gonna see zone 5 revealed, and let's see if Queasy or O'Reilly.
Yeah, I gotta save it up for the next battle pass.
We'll talk about the zones in the map too as these guys drop down pressure. You'll see a bunch of eliminations come through. The more important thing is we haven't seen a Slurpee endgame zone just yet in these FNCS finals. We've seen Caddy multiple times.
I have to see if I get the Fortnite crew.
The Orchard, Spire in the middle as well has been big, and Vidil and O'Reilly like to operate there. Everyone has experience on all sides of the map.
So I might put like
side of the map. We have not seen any of these teams have their takes so far inside this lobby. This is going to be a brand new, fresh game. Noah Riley's looking for picks already. Thomas HD got some in the feed. Slender is still alive this game. All the trios we're used to seeing go down are up and ready. This is a completely fresh experience.
Oh my gosh, they just destroy that guy.
Coming their way from Noah Riley, Vidil, and Reason. They haven't been able to get.
Oh, that's smart.
A good knock on Dementor.
Grab the loot with the harpoon so you won't have to go in the storm.
Points they could to close the gap because they have
a lot of
work to do considering that Queasy's still up. Here we go. Zone 5's about to be revealed. This is going to be huge for the second to last game here of the EU finals. Let's see where it goes.
Come to my lobby.
Checking out all sides of the map. Looks like people are starting to rotate in. It's towards this top right of Slurpee Swamp. Noah Riley basically have the gatekeep position, at least from their trio. I see one on absolute height. It might be Trulex. No, it's Exterios.
Devin, you in here?
All the way on high ground. Yeah. With Mappy and Red Rush, somehow they find a way to get all the way up top. The consistent trio coming in throughout the day have kind of, had a leg backwards. They're in 4th place right now.
I'm at the big screen.
Completely, but they have to fight Queasy. They have to fight Vidil. 3 different teams.
The high ground,
take this game.
the team that has the name Red Rush.
Seen the low ground, and just seen Trulex. Yes, the defense. They saw in the VOD how they got flanked on. They're trying to discourage that.
That's an okay name to me. It's not a bad name.
So much free. That's be an economy type of way to take that high ground from because they don't have to use all that. That's what Chapitz is keeping an eye on for. But look, actually, Flick is pushing on Noah Riley. They're trying to take this height away from them, and Noah Riley's doing all that he can to stop it.
Oh
Every
boy!
Team from 3rd to 10th is trying to find a way to get back.
Oh, his team is down.
Get back to the 1st place slot. Right now for Nas, it'll be going straight to Noah Riley.
Oh, he knocked him.
Comes in to trade Thomas HD.
Is
keeping this team's
default.
dreams alive, but he's
Get out of the way.
Up with 19 HP. Landed a big pump. Didn't get a full finish on the Elam either. This height take did not work out, and their chances for 1st place are definitely on the line.
Thomas HD could definitely clutch that situation. He's done it in previous season. He's going to have one of the biggest clutches. But look, Height's in trouble. Trulix Jerky goes down, and Queasy has been put down to low ground. He is in shambles. Queasy doesn't want to be down here. The air is not just too dense for them. His lungs are used to clean air. Queasy now, he has
if he actually clutches this.
This is the first place team going down, and placement points are well out, getting doled.
This might be the most important clutch of Queasy's career in general. The longer he stays alive, the more of a gap he makes between.
And I believe all these guys are playing on.
It's all about placement points for that team right now. But for Exteriors,
and I believe all these guys are playing on PC. I think.
It basically becomes a foot race for every top 10 team to close that gap, but it's all down to him. 15
How can you play on PlayStation like this?
That placement will come in every single time one goes down. Queasy moving forward, only soft mats, 400 builds. He's looking to harpoon any type of materials, but every edit he opens is an invitation for more beams to come from any direction that he's looking at. A big shot right in front. He dodges it, goes towards low ground. He's still moving in. He is getting more placement. Thomas HD's down.
Oh!
He's taken out now for every
Luke Boy got destroyed.
Up right now, it's a chance for contention, a chance to catch up to the first and second place team. This is that gap game, and every team looking to fill it.
Groot, get out of the way! Get your
second from Height. We're taking a look
at
Kinzel, 16th place going into this match here. They have some chance to move up their leaderboard, but Jason, Forziar, Nate, who have been passive at in-game, are now looking at Height to see if they could take it. Jason, Forziar, Nate could take Height. They could move from third place and close the gap that the first and second place team are. You talked about it, Shio.
Yeah, they know what they're doing.
Gets a knock on Joe. So Badil,
bro, how can you build like that?
The front side of the storm here, just to make sure that they get as much placement as possible. We're getting closer and closer to the top 10 situation. Kinzel, Wake, and iDrop have the advantage here, but now we're taking a look at who has the advantage on the low ground. It's Andalex.
Tell me where you're going.
The veteran trio. You do not want to see controlling the
low
ground.
Come inside. Come inside the bonus room. I'll tell you. I'll show you.
Tayson right here, the ultimate solo star. Find the impact frags. I think he got that one. Maybe we'll see. But Tayson, yes, he does. And that was on the deal.
Wraps up the deal. One of the other top teams in 5th place rolling in. Tayson is trying to big that gap all the way from 3rd to 5th place and catch up to 1st. He's looking possibly for a Height retake 2. Surveying the area. Meanwhile, Marine down in the feed. Wolfie's going away too.
Get Devin and guide him.
He's done the analysis. I feel like the team might be going for it in just a second. They have a little bit of those materials, but no. Kinzel, Wakey, and iDrop are way too high. We're going straight to the ocean as well. Low ground's going to be a little bit of trouble. They have to build a little bit more on the floors. Tayson is getting close and personal to that low ground as well. Holding all the way left and right. Shaco's going down in the feed.
Devin, are you even in the lobby with me?
This squad is active. They're looking for box-to-box fights, and they're winning them all.
They need all these points right here. A 50
you're not in my party royale.
Get this. Tayson now is in trouble. 5 HP. He's gonna have to move on out, but I think Tayson was able to survive that pressure
boy.
Here. Tayson, Forzi are now getting pressure from Height.
The superhero skins might be in for
6 eliminations from Nate, the former
champion, goes he got knocked.
So quickly. Now it's 4ZR here who's in the back of the storm. 4ZR holding on. 19 HP. This is going to be a victory royale for Wakey, Kinzel, and iDrop here. And Clement, old names, old guard here on the line. Clement dapping into the water here, holding on as much as possible. But iDrop, Wakey, and Kinzel, too much to handle, too hot to hold. 7 eliminations and the victory royale. That's big for them. They were 16th place. They could get up closer. We talked about all it takes 2 games, 2 pop-off games, and you get a lot of movement on that board, Shio.
That was definitely a catch-up game, though, for the majority of the server, right? A lot of those top teams going down early, even 4-0 not being able to go all the way to the end for the victory royale. I'm wondering how that
if you won't stop dancing in front of me, I'm trying to watch.
To see exactly how that game's results throw down.
Who's dancing?
Boys, we're in the back just screaming our heads off. All right, we're just yelling as all of this is happening. Trios falling left and right. This is absolutely insane. Now, we'll take a look at the standings in just a little bit, but this was game number 5 on the day. 11 of the overall tournament finals here in Europe. Gentlemen, at this point, it's a battle between first and second. Everyone else is playing for third. And when we're looking at these like spots, we're talking about a large amount of prize money. Okay?
Can you stop, D?
They're looking to climb as high as they can to walk away with more of that pie. Reese, Levin, this game is way too tight right now.
Look, you said it's a battle for first and second, but it almost was a battle for first and second. This was a full southwest zone. It looked like Queasy completely had it in them. This is basically the worst possible zone for Savage's team, pulling all the way from Steamy Stacks all the way to max distance map. We saw it not work out for them, but at the same time, it looked like it was going to be Queasy's zone.
Alrighty.
As soon as that fifth zone pops, they're situated on height. No way to build over. They can't do their signature height play, and it all falls apart on the rotate. So this, or both of our top two teams eliminated early in this game, which means that we saw 4ZR, we were watching 4ZR tasting and Nate through that entire end game. I think that was a third for them there with, I think, 7 eliminations, which is a ton of points, which means it was a battle for top 2. But I think with that game, those guys are going to move all the way up, and now it seems to be a 3-way battle for first coming into the final match.
Yeah. I wanted to come out and say, look, the top 2 teams made their lives a bit harder coming into that last game, but it's really unlucky, right? In the case of Savage's Shiro, where you have the max distance zone, it's not even a max distance zone, the max distance zone for that team. And even in Queasy and Trilix's case, you know, they don't pull 50-50. That height difference, it just wasn't going to happen, right? They just weren't going to get height there. And so you saw they were posturing for it, right? You know what they want to do, but they just couldn't execute it. And so going into this last game now, it's a 3-horse race. And what a race is it? What a race. Like, this is going to be crazy. Ultimately, one of these 3 teams is going to be in the sort of closing moments of that game. And that's probably going to be the team that takes it. And so what happens now if there's all 3 of those teams in that situation? Like, then things just get...
We have a good game.
We're getting all different levels of crazy right now in the final game.
This is absolutely insane. We'll take a look at these standings in just a second. First, we got to talk about our top 3 going into that last game. This battle at the top. We got to highlight the 3 trios that are closest to the Axe of Champions.
We literally just talked about these teams as already. You know, we set this up saying, let's go the top 3 teams coming in. I think they're still the top 3 teams in contention right now. 4ZR, Tayson, and Nate had a good first day, but not anything amazing. They were 4th coming out of that first day. Now they're in 3rd, so moved up a single point. Maybe even pushed
Sit down, D. Stop doing emo.
But Rescard, Savage, and Drea, after the first day, they were in 1st. It was all looking really, really good up until that, what was that, game number 10, where they started to get overtaken then. And then here we go, 11 games deep. They've kind of moved down a little bit. The gap seems to be changing a little bit more. This is one of the best 3-way races coming into the finals that we've seen in a long time. This is so tense.
Yeah, and you know, you look at Queasy and Trulix, both incredibly experienced players. Juriki, this is only his 2nd time playing in an FNCS finals. You know, is the pressure going to get to him coming into that final game? You know, he tweeted out just before the last game, we need to focus up. And so is this going to be the opportunity for them to close things out and win their first ever FNCS championships?
Oh wow, Luke Boy and them are in 1st.
To break 300 points, 308 points, sitting on top of that standings. Queasy, Trulix, and Juriki, they need to hold on going into this last game. Refs got and Mr. Savage.
Oh, that's the last game.
The game they wanted. They're still sitting there in 2nd, and you know the gap is reachable between them and Queasy. And so now, even with Tayson, 4ZR, and Nate coming into this race, it is still a very difficult one to win.
Look, here's what I'm going to lay out for you. The worst game that Queasy, Trulix, and Juriki have had so far has been 10 points. So let's assume that's the same again. That puts them on 318, which means that Rescard, Andrea, and Savage, 4ZR, Tayson, and Nate will need to win the game, and Queasy, Trulix, and Juriki will need to have one of the worst or equally worst games they've had throughout today when they are extremely consistent already, which is very, very unlikely in order for them to win. Watching Queasy, Trulix, and Juriki's early and mid game is going to be so critical because if they go down early, it's an absolute open field for any other 2. Potentially, I'm going to go out on a limb here. Reason, Vidil, Noah Riley. If they win with a huge elimination game, which we've already seen them do, and the top 3 don't perform, which again is possible, they could potentially get in there too, but they could also get up into top 3.
Yeah, I think that's the thing, right? We are all focusing on who's going to be the one to clinch first place coming into this last game. But of course, there are still stakes that need to be set in terms of looking at who can get to 3. You want to auto qualify, right? So all those teams that, I feel bad for Sancho and Shio in a way, because they're going to have to keep a track of everything and let us know what's going on, because there is going to be so much riding on this final end game. Like, I just want to sit back now and just enjoy the action.
Listen, I just checked, okay? Queasy has just tweeted, this decides it all. Good luck to all. Juriki, good luck, everyone. Good luck. They are aware. This is confidence coming into this game. Will they take it home? Will they be dethroned? We're about to find out, Fortnite fam. One final game in Europe. Sancho West, Shia Wager. Bring us home, boys.
3 teams, 1 dream, and the best reason to do it in, it's Europe. The last game, Sancho West is on the line.
Last game. Okay.
Savage, Refsguard, and Andretta. Second place, about 20, almost 30 points behind. Can they do it? Can they catch up to first place and triumph in the final game of EU?
There's only 4 words that could capture this moment. Good luck and have fun. This is the final game of the FNCS EU region. Will we have a new FNCS champion, or will Hen, Janice, and Chapix, I don't know, do the astronomical performance? But all eyes are on our top 3.
How do you know that was there?
Refsguard and Tayson all have a chance to win, and it all went down to the final moments last season. Will we get a repeat finish?
They have been the most consistent all throughout the day. You can see the stat on screen. The thing is, though, it's not about consistency anymore. They're on the catch-up. They're playing defense. The majority of the
tournament. How do you know that was there?
Very, very chill in that first place spot. Now at second, they need to actually be proactive this game. They can't just stay waiting on low ground. Maybe play for height. Depending on where the zone goes to, that'll be huge. You know what happens in the final games of the day on EU. We end up in the mountains, we end up in the sea. It gets crazy. Meanwhile, though, regardless of all of that, Trulex, Squeezy, Jerky, first place. So good throughout the whole day. Reset it best just to show you how dominant these guys are. Their worst game, Sancho, they got 10 points. You have to count on this team to have a good game no matter what. And every team right now in the lobby is preying on their downfall.
Essentially, their worst has been a lot of trios' best. They have a 24-point lead right now. If you want to keep tabs on it, you want to do the work with us, you want to do the math. Trulix's trio is at 155 for the session. That means for the day. You're looking at Andretta's trio still locked in at 118. Third place right now is 118 as well. So you're looking about 24 points difference between first and second. Third place right now is at an 11-point difference between third and second. Good luck doing math.
And in this final game, we pulled up an extra chair at the table. There are 3 teams neck and neck, close by, looking for that top tier first place spot. The champions of Europe, to be 4ZR, Tayson, and Nate rolling in 273 points throughout both days. They're also very, very close, but have to do so much and hope that Queasy, Jerky, and Trulex trip over themselves trying to clinch this last game.
Let's take a look at the Zone 1 that's been revealed. If you're sitting out there and you're a Queasy fan, they're on the bottom left of your screen, and they have to go through all of those south rotator players that are all out there that have been just clawing, they've been bruising a lot of people. So that's going to be something to keep an eye on as they make that treacherous rotation. And Shio, Savage, Refsguard, and Andretta, this is really close. This is a very winnable situation considering Zone 1 pulled their way. Last zone went all the way across the map.
Yeah, I mean, it's close to them, but neither team really pull the zone into their domain. Everyone's gonna have to move a little bit, especially 4ZR all the way at Sweaty Stands. Even Steamy Stacks, you see that white line? They have to eventually end up leaving this POI. They're on a timer, and they have to make sure their game is efficient.
You cannot forget 4th place. The deal, Noah, Riley, and Reason making a return back into the top 3. So that's the only new team that are within the striking distance, within being that auto qualification as well. And what a phenomenal performance from them, no matter what. It let them know that they could change their playstyle. If for some reason the placement points or elimination points changes, they know that they could be aggressive, they could be that buzzsaw. But this is what's been so impressive throughout the day is Trulex, Queasy, and Jerky have been playing height aggressively. And who knows? Imagine if day one they were able to get those victory royales when they had height, how much of a runaway performance this would be for season 6.
Yeah, I have it down in my notes. This team was literally supposed to win on day one. The positions they were in, you're absolutely correct. Like, they literally were dominant and no team could, in theory, really catch them. In reality, though, they definitely did get caught. Going back, though, watching the VODs, making sure everything, all the mistakes were fine. They came into day 2, the fresh mindset, and now they have a huge lead on many teams. All they have to do this game is survive.
We already talked about a lot of numbers, but let me throw you the big numbers that's happening here. But let me put a pause on that as our defending FNCS champions are in trouble. Lanute's trio here has put so much pressure on them. Now that Janice is in a defensive stance here, Lanute's get hit is cracked right now, and that might be just enough to kind of slow down this push that's happened from Slicks, Marine, and Lunef.
The party's private.
Gonna be trying to go all the way in. At the same time, every team right now, they might not be holding anything back. In the last game, you might need a lot of eliminations to go a little bit higher. And the prize thresholds there are.
Is D'Anthony inviting him?
Tournament we're watching so far for the whole finals for Janice and Chapix, it might not be possible for them to level up the whole way and get top 3. They're about, I would say, 40 points behind. They definitely would need the win. High Chris is here, still chasing them. They disengaged over and over again yesterday. And, you know, both teams have to play their games out. If this is the first time they're tuning in for the
okay, who did that?
Watching on screen right now, Under the Bridge,
who did that?
has been contesting High Chris's team for all 12 games. They're trying to run away too, just to play this one out.
Did you do that?
Does not care. They're coming through, chasing all the way. They're trying to have this fight towards the very end.
This is so heartbreaking to watch. Hen, Chapik, and Janice.
Chapik's tweeted out that he has never been contested since
squads. We're just seeing them right now. The defending champions. Not a lot of room to breathe. They essentially need a double-digit elim and a victory royale, and a lot of other teams ahead of them to go down. But I'm not seeing it. As much as I would love to root for a repeat,
he is on 1 HP. He is about to die.
Yeah, he's definitely on 1 HP.
Well, now he's not anymore. He got bandages.
No shields to kind of protect them either.
Uh-oh.
They have to do this absolutely raw. Vortex jumping all the way in. Hen gets taken out. Chapix 1 HP. Both these teams, both these players have such a history throughout these entire finals.
Who keeps doing that?
Winning off spawn entirely. It might just be High Chris who gets the last laugh. Janice on his wall. Champions fall. Their run so far for the top 3
I'm going to check if somebody has these crash pads or not.
12 games. They had a very good showing and will end somewhere within the top 10 or 15 at the end of the finals.
It's just something that when it comes down to this moment, this is what it is all about. FNCS, we still have 3 teams that are just separated by a victory royale. Payson, 4ZR, and
you got the crash pads, don't you?
As a team, they're in 3rd place. Only 11 points behind. Again, 118. Keep an eye on that number. It needs to be added by 11 more points, and they're tied.
The default does. He just did it.
It's all going to come down to tiebreakers and things of that sort. But this is why I'm casting, and I'm not an admin. Right now, we're all eyes right here. Focus. Everyone gather around. We're getting into the final moments of Game 12 here. And you may think, Sancho, this game just started. This feels like the finality of it. You know what I mean? This is it.
It is. It is. It's the last game. Jerky, Queasy, Trulex, 1st place.
He has it. I know you have it.
It's like we're at the
I know you have it.
For this team so far.
Throw it.
If it was a movie, right, there could be a possibility of hijinks happening at the ceremony. People are still in contention. The top 2 teams to interrupt. But once again, for these guys to lose their 1st place slot, they would have to go down before kind of the 8th or 9th zone. I don't see that happening, especially from this spot. There's no teams near them. No bow shots really hitting this big guardian outpost. There's no chance
Devin, watch him.
Flip up right now. As the game goes on, it will get scarier. Here's the team that wants to make it happen. Savage and Dreda, Refsguard, once again, 2nd place. They need to catch up. They need to win this game.
I was mentioning big numbers before. Let me hit you with those numbers right now. 1st place, 300 $200,000. Second place, $210,000. Third place, $135,000. That's what's at stake here between the three. Not only that acts of champions, not only be able to put that social media post, not only to be able to make that video. That's
Did he do it?
Thousands of views and your clout's gonna go up because
no, he's watching.
It's all about that life-changing money as well.
He has them.
Fourth and fifth, sixth, still.
This fish stick has them.
That top 10 is going to be a threshold that you want to break, because if you break that top 10, child, that's going to be $10,000 a piece.
Right now.
You want to make sure you can catch up. The other thing on the line as well for every team behind the one on screen right now, Tayson, ForZR, and Nate, basically everyone from fourth place below.
I'm going to put those crash pads down.
You're automatically invited to the next one, be inside the finals as well. So Tayson, ForZR, and Nate have their own gate to keep while they try to get further and further up inside the top three. They have to make sure they don't go down and they get an auto qual all the way. You saw how rough it was for their season. All the quality issues, errors.
Watch it. Watch the fish stick.
But they had trouble getting all the way here. They look amazing today. Amazing right now, but they don't want to repeat the process.
Still, other teams that are in this match have a lot to play for themselves. We cannot forget about that all-star game that will happen later on. The top 15 will be able to get into that match.
We're looking for big qualifications on the side. Queasy, Jerky, Trulex. In a little bit of trouble right now. These are the spots that you can't make mistakes at. And these are also the places where every other team who was playing normally might be slightly hungrier, understanding that, hey, we might need to get the top 10. I want to get to the upper portions of prizing.
Are you watching him, Emily?
Team in front of me that I usually wouldn't. Sun and Jules, a passive team, might make that choice, but no. This defensive base, Queasy, Jerky, and Trulex will be fine. They're used to being free, though. They like walking around. That's not going to be the case right now. And on Surge as well, they're just 18 damage above.
Yeah, yes, exactly what I was going to point out. Look at it. Both people that are in the top three, just above Surge, and 10 players have to go down here very soon in the next zone. So every shot's mattering. They're going to have to get this important tags. Ref's card in the bottom right of your screen, armed with an infantry rifle. Doesn't get any connections, but look at the zone, Shio. Zone 2, it's going to be another mountain finish.
Can't get nervous here on the Surge. I know it's just 18. It's half a tag. It looks drastic, but patience is key. Everyone else should be a lot more nervous and more desperate to push for shots. Queasy always hits these, but no, doesn't get a single bullet on the head. People all the way up top, Stompy, Shadow, and Joe.
Come on, dude, get out of my way.
19 above now. It's looking fine. Everyone should be edging more towards looking for box fights, looking to really just push their game to the absolute limit. Trulex, Queasy, Jerky, different circumstances. They're feeling fine. Pizza Ardent, kind of desperate. Reason is right here with Vidil and Noah Riley. They're looking right beside Tayson and actually overtake them and get into the top three. They're in fourth place currently. Tayson has to defend this right now inside the same POI. They're 192 damage below. They need to go for a fight. They're pushing forward inside this building, but no, Tayson is moving with no protection all the way up the side of this ramp, and he gets beamed down, has to heal all the way up, and 21 damage above. The outreach was worth it, but they're still not off scot-free.
The monster that's underneath the bed of Tayson's dreams of a 3-time FNCS championship is now haunting them and giving them some nightmares, because look, they're only 9 above, and throughout the entire tournament we've seen Storm Surge being the bullseye, the target, and so many trios right now are looking for those easy eliminations to get them those thousands of dollars as they creep up more and more on the leaderboard. A lot to play for everybody else on the field.
They can't screw up Surge now. The entire run they've had this season, it's been Surge issues every single time. There's no way in this game, the finale, will they just trip up for now? Yeah, they go all the way up, build the bases, 86 damage above. It's looking good. And now with 69 players alive, Surge will stop still. They're not kings of their spot right now. Joe, Stompy, and Shadow can have better peaks right below them. Fast Roki and Ardent will look to cause trouble. Meanwhile, Trulex, Jerky, trapped beside a river in a shed. They finally broke free and are moving on their way to an empty zone where no one's really claimed that much ground. This could be huge. Get them into a spot to survive and not really have a team interrupt them. Wow, Jerky, a big bow shot to get Surge. Remember, they were barely up on it. Another one. This is so huge for Jerky. They don't have to make as many edits now. They're going to be relaxing for the moment too. The issue is they've bullied 2 teams on mountains and caught their attention. One of them being team that might be looking at them stop their run. Savage and Dread ref scarred.
This is like one of those things right there is you're seeing that they're used to being really chill on Surge. They can make those kind of aggressive plays for height, but when you have that Surge Parasite weighing you down, that anchor, you're not going to be as free to crank up to height. Those 90s just become a little bit heavier. In fact, Shio, everything is heavier right now. Every edit, I bet you their mouse or controller, whatever input they're playing on, just feels a little bit more heavier. It's like a 5-pound weight sitting on it.
Definitely a lot of pressure. Nate 4ZR Tayson, though, no strangers to it. We know how decorated Tayson is. We know the prowess of Nate and 4ZR too. Popping off, whether it's duos for Nate, whether it's the trio prowess of 4ZR as well. Tayson's so good in every mode too. These guys can definitely do it, but once again, they're the team that the majority of players in this lobby are looking to take out. I know first and second are having their own battle, but for third, they are on the line. Fast Roki Vista Arted above them, want to break in. Andalex in 8th place wants to roll through. Kiriachi right below them in 5th. They're trying to get through too. They had a chance to meet up with Vidil, No O'Reilly, and Reason. They're right below them in 4th place. Meanwhile, in 2nd, Savage, Rustguard, and Dreda looking at the server, trying to pinpoint where that first place team is, or just trying to get tags.
They're looking good though. Center zone and everybody that's in the top 3, everybody in the lobby that's still alive has been doled out 5 points. So that's why they went from 118 to 123. So far, no movement yet in the top 3. No one's gaining ground. No one's lost ground right now between Andretta's trio, 4ZR, and Queasy. All looking good. The only thing that I'm really concerned is this right here. What does the Storm Surge look at? We saw 2 big bow shots, putting them at 85, putting 160 into that HP bankroll. But is that going to be enough for them to last? Are they going to have enough financial Storm Surge to be able to withstand all this pressure that's happening right here, right now?
Talk about pressure. This is a very similar position we saw, I believe, Anas, Thomas, HD, and Flick at last game. A team focuses you while you can't really move between the 3rd, 4th, and 5th zones. You start running out of your materials completely. Fast Roki is not letting this one go. They're dropping down all their ammo into this position. They ran out of shields above them. They ran out of gas. They ran out of mats completely. And it looks like they're looking to all in an 8-4ZR and Tayson below before this storm starts to move.
We're seeing that a knock went through for Reason. Now they're at 169 for this session here. They closed the gap just a little bit. They're still 17 points behind 3rd place.
Look, Anas, Thomas, HD are also used to winning at least one game, I feel like, inside these finals, having a big pop-off, and they haven't done it yet. They could steal away the VR. They're still alive and looking really healthy. Meanwhile, Savage, wide open edit. Good job closing it after all that pressure. I was expecting a bow shot to come in. That would not be good for just the inventory management and loadout. Joe Stompy are still all the way up on their high ground position from Lazy Lake. They're looking to dominate this game. They did one yesterday, but once again, they're looking for repeat performances, trying to get up in the prizing thresholds. Oh no, 4ZR down. That's what I was talking about. Fast Roki did not want them to get away for free. Nate now stuck behind the wall. It's not his. He can't edit it. Pizza looking for the big shots, but he goes down. The Storm and a lot of shots inside the circle as well. Nate, as a result, getting or not, privy to them too. Tayson will have to leave him behind. And look who they're going to be running into. Reason, Vidil, No O'Reilly. He's caught their attention. The 4th place team right below them might be the ones to take him out, but he might be actually affecting them in moving.
Why?
I think, yes.
My!
He picked up Vidil, got the Elam too. 4th place now in shambles. 3rd place just has one teammate left over. Tayson is not going to go out without a big bang. He's looking for the big shots. Reason is going to be taken down on shields. Zone, 17 seconds. Still moving in. They're really desperate. They pushed up on these builds to move forward. But they're still not in zone. This is trouble.
Oh.
Tayson, the 2-time FNCS champion.
Well, she has me blocked, so.
A solo champion is going to make his way to hold on as much as possible. A lot of ground to move on through to make sure they can get closer
what
to
did
the
you say again?
Here. But we're seeing there still are 2 places here of Refsguard's trio and Queasy's trio are still.
Wait, did y'all even get to see each other today?
Savage was able to get a couple eliminations. Reason and O'Reilly, who are sitting in 4th place, we've been moving up.
Oh, that's why she's crying.
Here now have to continue the rest of it, and Tayson is out.
Devin, she didn't get to see
there's going to be a lot.
She probably can't see Jacob. She might not see Jacob today. That's why.
Savage still
and she misses him
right now,
also.
really puffing out his chest and looking for big positions all the way inside the circle. Every team right
and
now
everyone's
is doing
getting muted because of our 2-year anniversary.
And make sure no other team steps to them or gets in their box. Meanwhile, Queasy, Trulex, Jerky, the first place trio is not on that wavelength. They're more so operating like a jack in the box. Low ground, being very low key. They don't want to make any over edits. They're hiding from the rest of the lobby. Meanwhile, when that game actually goes through, we get towards end game, you'll see them pop out.
You know, Haley's gonna throw a fit.
This will be on their game. There they are, side by side, first and second place with a very different play style. And with a full metal base, basically, a submarine base, it looks like all the way on low ground. No one's going to be...
Devin, she has you blocked anyway, so why bother?
All the way till end game.
Let me just make things simpler right now. I know all of us are trying to do math, but
she can't even hear you through PlayStation.
Andretta, then they're going to be able to have a great chance of winning it all. It's basically a victory out for Andretta. That is the win condition.
Just watch the freaking tournament, Devin.
This is a 2 trios race. You're absolutely right. Whoever survives longer wins this FNCS. As long as they get to one of those end game circles. So
I'm gonna let Nicole go off on her.
3 seconds, we'll have the zone and we'll be ready to go.
Because she will learn. She will learn.
Kiriachi, Stormy right.
Because she will learn.
You know.
Don't worry, she will learn.
Reason of a deal are on height. They're so good at just punishing every low ground team. This
I'm not gonna get involved.
Savage and Queasy as well. None of them looking to take height really.
I'm just here to watch this tournament. Plus, Nicole has me blocked, so I can't hear her at all.
Really pull zone completely. It's a pseudo max rotate, and they look right beside each other.
Savage.
And did Nicole ever tell? And
for this situations right here.
And did Nicole ever tell? Oh, I forgot to tell Haley that she said GG yesterday. I'm still shocked about that.
Savage joining this duo to form this new trio that's performing out of their minds right now.
What did she say after that?
13 above Storm Surge, so that's going to be dangerous for them.
They're following the old tarp of Trulex, Queasy, and Jerky. They're actually box to box, side by side, it feels like, and right behind their tails, they actually end up on different layers. That could have been so dangerous out ahead of them.
Storm is moving.
Box, they might go toe to toe with Andalex on
it's insane
right now for Savage. Queasy is way ahead of zone. They're looking really good right now.
Definitely,
Savage,
all of them.
Burning trees, a forest set ablaze, and working through builds that aren't even his own. This is not normal. He likes having his own lair. They found ultimate low ground though. They're free, green pastures, and they're moving forward.
Your friend is doing good, actually.
Slightly elevated up top. It's a battle of who can survive. They put out some fire, but the rest of the builds catch. Savage's feet are hot. He goes all the way back, and it's time for a med kit. Meanwhile, Queasy going all the way a little bit for height. It's interrupted and dropped down below. Both teams trying to survive, both in so
oh my god, he just pulled that scar.
Queasy trying to go back to his playbook to go for height, but was denied by Flickanos and Thomas HT. All eyes are on the right side of the screen. Let's see what happens right here. Savage is in trouble. Savage is down to 7 HP without any shield here. This is going to be a moment right now.
Your friend's in trouble, Jacob.
On their lives right now. Can Queasy, Jerky, and Trulix just hold on? But look at the push that's happening on the bottom right. Savage, the trio, picks up elimination, and they have so much space control right now.
No, he's on 7 HP.
They're getting the E-limbs right now, but can Queasy, Trulix, and Jerky just hold on? That's all they have to do.
Queasy, Trulex, Jerky moving slower and lower in boxes. Find a big edit onto the Symptos. They get a huge knock. This will be dangerous to try to finish, though. Every edit they look for could be on the front of a pump shotgun going straight to the face. Queasy backs up. The full trio still alive, still healthy, and have a reasonable amount of materials. Savage, though, pop the medkit. He's looking good all the way on the bottom right side of your screen. Anas, Thomas, Flick are still doing their thing on high ground. They're not over and ready to give things up completely this FNC.
Oh my god, his friend is knocked. One of his friends is knocked.
On the bottom right side of the feed, second place might be getting left behind in the dust.
Oh my god.
Fire as Queasy, Trulex, and Jerky are
this is crazy.
They're right on the same layer at the low ground. Just a small layer separating. Savage and Revsguard as a duo have to work together against Jerky and Trulix. A knock goes through on Queasy, getting Clement. That's going to be a more points on the board right here. It's unbelievable. First and second here on the low ground, and Savage takes out Trulix. This may be the opening.
Jacob, your friend might win.
Able to catch up right now. Queasy and Jerky are still on their feet, and
oh no!
Queasy's gonna be taken out, and now Savage and Revsguard with 6 eliminations and the victory out in their sights could win it all right here, right now.
I don't see.
Oh no!
So that first team might still.
He's out. Jacob, your friend is out.
The storm. It looks like I don't see Savage alive either. It could be a matter of just moments in mere.
They're all
right
Beast
there,
Boy. I
but
bet
it
you.
seems as though Queasy, Trulex, and Jerky have done enough to wrap up the FNCS. It might be a matter of moments, but they should be your champions. Meanwhile, Thomas, Enough, and Flick, they'll roll into the end game. You can never count them out when you talk about EU. Slated to win everything on defense with Hottie, but Enough goes down, almost close to Thomas HD. Both teammates down. It's up to Thomas to clutch things out in the final game. 2 final teams left, but it's looking like almost, yes, a 1v3. The impossible task is in front of Thomas HD. This is going to require everything he's done so far, all the experience. 130 drop down, block the shot, another flick on the right, but it's not going to be enough. Thomas gets taken down, and and Joku are the ones that was crazy. Game. But that 2-legged race, the 2-man 3v3 that happened in the end game, Sancho, looks like Trulex came out on top.
Wow, what a great finish for our 12th game. Congratulations to Endon for getting that victory out with that trio there. You can definitely build on that performance. But hey, the soda's gonna be popping right here, right now for Queasy, Trulex, and Jerky. Congratulations, you are this season's FNCS champion.
Absolutely. What a phenomenal run on both days. The first day looking like they should have won the way they were playing. They couldn't confirm anything. They had their card in the register, just couldn't pay the cash. This time, though, they're getting paid in hundreds and thousands of dollars.
3 victory royales.
3 VRs. The second game surviving all the way through. 333 points. I guess lucky number 3 is the way for this trio season with this squad, Sancho.
That was really cool. This is a newly formed
trio. They did good. I'm proud of your friend. He did awesome.
In previous seasons, and for them to put it all together when it matters the most in day 2, making those adjustments. You said it right there. $300,000 being awarded, $100,000 life-changing money.
They have to get the pickaxe too. Don't they get the pickaxe?
Absolutely. That's it though from Shio Wager and Sancho West on the casting desk. 2 days of games, Sancho, the craziest zones we've seen in the EU. I wouldn't want to cast it with anyone else.
Not at all. It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for having me. And thank you to production. Let's go ahead and kick it to the boys out in the analyst desk.
Yeah, very.
Shy Wager, Sancho West, thank you guys. Absolutely incredible job. Boys, all of the threes are right. I was actually trying to run it. There was 5
I would have been saying in my head, does my dad really work for Epic Games?
There's 3 open qualifier rounds. There's 3 reboot rounds. There's 3 active champions. Wait a minute, it's all lining up. Queasy, Trulex, Jerky, they won. They won it all. And all I could think about the whole time was, what if Savage clutches it up? What if Sancho West's prediction came true? But it didn't matter. Because Queasy, Trulex, Jerky, they said, no, Zeke, I'm sorry. I love you and Sancho West so much. But we would like the acts of champions this season, and they walk away with it. Oh my gosh, boys, what an incredible day.
There has been absolutely no doubt in my mind that this team has been one of the best, and the best, on the day. Anytime you watch an endgame,
this is the first game, I think.
Been there. You see them on height, you see them not on height, nearing height, whatever their strategy has been, these guys have always been in the play.
Nice.
We're looking at the matches. I am in no way surprised to see these guys up in first. 3 victory royales total, and like this is just about time for Queasy's team.
I'm so incredibly proud of them. You know, you look at the journey all 3 of these players has been on. Queasy and Trulex as a duo, you know, they've lasted the test of time in EU. We've known them to be a top team within the region consistently season after season, but they just couldn't push it over the line. They couldn't join that list of the elite within the region, and they finally have done that today. Juriki as well, the pride of Croatia, has come through, and he's really been the spark for this trio. He's been the Kickstarter that's helped them push them over the line.
It's that fish stick again, I just know it.
To round things up. Look at how consistent they've been over the course of the season. Across all qualifiers they've played, across the semi-finals and these finals, an average placement of 7.5. No one even comes close to that in EU. These guys have just been so consistent to a different level.
Just remember, I want to harp on about that a little bit, because qualifiers, semi-finals, and now on the finals, their average placement was 7.5. That is incredibly consistent. That is the most consistent team today in the finals for the placement, but incredible how that manages to span across so many different tournaments, so many different stages of all of these different kind of moments. Incredible consistency from these guys, and these guys have been absolutely on fire. Note at the bottom, lowest points game, 10. Their lowest point game, I said this earlier, was 10. But that wasn't only just today in the finals. The lowest point they got was 10, but that was including to the semi-finals and to the qualifiers as well. So just absolutely,
this Dr. Doom is just chilling.
Every single game that they managed to.
And it's so.
Emily, come take a look at this Dr. Doom.
The stories that you get out of it, and Fortnite is a game we all enjoy to play. It provides for such levels of hype and entertainment.
Look at this Dr. Doom, Devin. He's just chilling.
About, family matters and wanting to win everything to provide for his family, to help get his family out of hard times. It touches the heart, really. And I'm so happy for these guys. I'm so proud of them because this is a great achievement that will never be forgotten.
Look, we're happy, we're proud, but I guarantee he's proud, his teammates are proud, his family is proud, and that can go on for every single one of the members of these teams. This is a huge, huge accomplishment. The champions of the region, also obviously the money to their name, which is fantastic, and of course the Axe of Champions. It probably could not have gone to a more deserving team in this season from Queasy, Trulex, and Juriki.
Once again, congratulations to the new Trios champions in Europe. Well fought, an entire season. And now you can hold your heads high. With the Axe of Champions in hand, they will look to defend that title going into the next
good,
FNCS.
man.
We got to relive the BRs from the day, boys. There's standings we got to look at. There's all these things we got to talk through rather, because it has been a nail-biter, heart-stopping action, heart-pounding action. I can't even... I'm trying to process this in the moment, but I can't, Reese 11. I just can't, but we got to take a look here at this next little bit. My goodness.
You got to remember, it was a battle, right? All the way down to the end. Obviously, we see Queasy, Trulex, and Juriki. Number one, 333 points, $300,000.
Oh my gosh! Your friend got second place.
Not complaining if I were them. Let's put it that way. But going into the final game, it was all between Rescard and Brand Savage. They had the ability to clutch up. It looked like
the fish stick has the bounce pads again.
Just falling a little bit short, but again, you can't be upset with a second place finish. This is an incredible, and they played out.
The fish stick has the bounce pads.
The last 2 days, they were in first for pretty much the majority up until the last two games. So really, Queasy, Trulex, and Juriki just took away with it.
Yeah, and the third team that will auto qualify for next season's FNCS finals.
Yeah, that's still a lot of money.
And look, of course,
$30,000. That's a lot of money.
But it's very important to note that this is Forziar and Nate's first FNCS finals in over 2 seasons. The past 2 seasons of trios, they've missed the finals. And look what we've been missing out on. We've been missing out on 2 of the best players in the game, 2 players who in particular will get results like this. Top 3 in an FNCS. Not too shabby if you ask me. And Tayson, renowned as the best player in the world. The first player in EU to win a back-to-back FNCS. Paired with these guys, I cannot wait to see what they do next season. A phenomenal result. If you take a look at the rest of the standings, though, as well, a lot of these players will want to, say, "Oh, we wish we could have done better." But at the end of the day, a great result for a lot of these guys. They should all be proud of themselves. And Reese, we keep going on about it, but financially, getting a piece of the cheddar ain't too bad.
Yeah, that's a nice bit of one for placing in between the 11th and 20th. And, I say this, I think, multiple times during the broadcast.
I have it.
If you're a team who's placed between the 11th till the 20th, you know what? You guys have performed incredibly well to even get here to this stage, performing through the qualifiers, performing through the semifinals, and now making it here today. And I don't want to see these teams on this page splitting up by any means. I want to see them improve, fix their mistakes. There's so much potential here from all of these teams that you've seen. You know what? It didn't work out across this weekend, across the 2 days, but it 100% can if they fix that across the next season.
Yeah, 100%. And let's take a look at the way this day started. We have some highlights for you. So many of the best players, right? Coming into this weekend, we were saying this is the most stacked FNCS finals we've ever had, and it provided for all the entertainment you could have possibly wanted. All the stories, all the action. It's almost overwhelming, Reese, trying to think back to everything that's happened this weekend.
Yeah, obviously the battle that we saw right at the start there between all the way up in Craggy Cliffs, right? We saw it going on between High Chris's team. We saw it between our ex-FNCS champions. Now, it does feel sad to say that between Het and Janus Champions, and it really seemed like on that first day, like they had the power and they were able to kind of clutch up and do it. Same again with Resin's team. Resin, Noah, and Vadil, man, they started so strong on this second day here, and it looked like there was a potential for them to make it all the way up into that top 3. Didn't end up happening for them, unfortunately, but they looked so strong today.
Yeah, 100%. They were one of the strongest teams. And it's fair to say, as much as they weren't able to be the best team across the 2 days of competition, they were the second best team today. If you were to just get the points from today's games, they were the second best team. But that best team, Queasy, Trulex, and Juriki, to win the amount of games they won, 3 victory royales across the weekend, you know, the victory is deserved. These guys were absolutely phenomenal to watch. There's not much, you know, players who can say they can play at such a high level in Fortnite, period, across any region. These guys are at the top of the iceberg, and I think the sky is the limit for them, right? They've already won an FMCS, but moving forward, you could definitely see them winning another because they have just been insane.
Yeah, and I think what was so interesting to watch about them is we watched a team who was so tunnel vision on the high ground, so tunnel vision, but in a positive way. Usually we see teams who are just trying to chop out, trying to psycho height, use peppers, whatever they can to get that high ground in that kind of fifth zone, fourth, whatever it is earlier on. But this team has done it like I've never seen any team execute high ground as efficiently in my life. In watching many seasons, many regions, these guys just kept getting it, and whatever the situation was either, because if they had it early, cool, they maintained it. If they didn't have it, they always managed to grab it late. It's just, if you want to watch how to play high ground, go back in the VODs and look at how these guys play it. Incredible high play.
Man, an absolutely insane season. Chapter 2, Season 6 now comes to a close for Europe. As always, Fortnite fam, we love you guys so much. Thanks for hanging out with us. Follow Shywager, Sancho West, Reese, and Levin. These guys pour everything they have into the broadcast. Now, before we say our final goodbyes, how about a little bit teaser of what's next to come? How about an all-star event?
The best FCS players. The Ultimate Fortnite Challenge. The Ultimate Fortnite Challenge. Build. Ed. Aim. 3v3 solos. 3 million prize pool. What? $3 million?
$3 billion?
Now, I know you got a lot of questions, but don't worry, dude. We'll be posting things to our social media, more information, so keep your eyes locked on there, and I'm gonna have to answer their questions now after that. Well, don't forget, guys, we're going over to NA East and NA West for more Fortnite action. But if not, then we'll see you on June 23rd. Until next time, Fortnite fam, we love you, and we'll see you on the battle bus. Beep, beep!
That was good. I love that.
That was good. I love that.
Yep. I might go play some regular solos. Might be today.
I'm proud of it.
Okay. Wait, we was? I'll do it. I'll do it right now.
Ow!
Night night. Ding ding ding. Nice. I don't really care about the Shadow Ruby skin, cause I love the champion skin. So D'Anthony, you don't have to do. I know. I got it on, Devin.
Well, Henry? This one. After man. Liar, I hate you.
Wow.
Well, that's a little negative. Charlotte?
This one says, oh, please. The only reason Captain Man apologized is to make us think he's sorry.
Well, yeah. Coach, Reed, go Captain Man. Why don't you? My religious beliefs prevent me from reading the Schwaz?
I just posted a picture of you, but your head is something else.
In my head, we change it to.
Oh, that's horrible.
What is that?
That's poop.
I have an idea. Okay, what
embedded under his man suit?
Yeah, right.
They want to know where I live and work.
Right. So we have a contest. And the winner get a private tour of the man cave.
Wait, we can't reveal the secret location of the man cave.
You don't have to. Gooch will meet the winner somewhere else, put him in stats, and bring him here and send him down the tubes. Annoying, isn't it?
Everybody hates me. Why is a tour of the man cave gonna make me like me again?
You know how people are. They get mad about stuff, or as soon as you give them something to talk about, it's never bad and focus on the new thing.
Okay. So let's put down a contest to pick the winners.
What if we say, okay, go online and try to get some big number. First three people get it right, win.
And I know the perfect URL for the website. GuessThatNumber.com.
That's clever.
Number guessing fever is taking the road by storm as people all over town try to get a special VIP tour of Captain Man and Kid Danger's secret headquarters. So far, 2 people have guessed the secret number, which leaves only 1 spot left. Here's Trent for more details. Trent?
Don't bug me, I'm trying to guess the number.
I'll try to get this. Guessing. Very pussy.
That's a good danger.
So then, my Uncle Roscoe tells my Aunt Susan, oh no, baby, I didn't forget. Look, I made you a swimsuit calendar.
Are we talking?
You didn't listen to one word I said.
Oh, sorry. I'm just really worried that Jasper's gonna win the contest.
He's not gonna win the contest.
He's been sitting in his basement for the last 4 days trying to guess the number.
Dude, everyone in Smallview's trying to guess that number.
Yeah, but if Jasper does win, he's gonna be down in the man cave with me for like an hour.
So?
What if he figures out that? What if he figures out that I'm Kid Danger?
The odds of Jasper winning are like 50 million to 1.
Alright.
Yeah, let's keep up the pace. Come on, my grandma can type random numbers faster than that.
Why not?
I'm paying these kids contest so I can go to Captain Danger's headquarters. There's almost no chance any of these kids are gonna get the right number. I got it! I guessed the number!
What?
I got it! I guessed the number!
Hey!
Did you have my laptop back? No! Mine now!
I guess you guys can go home now.
No, we can't. Piper took our shoes.
Close?
Well, 3 lucky winners will soon be, I guess, in the secret headquarters of Captain Man and Kid Danger.
You know, it's so great of Captain Man to do this.
I wasn't done reading the story.
Oh, sorry.
Are you? Because you do this all the time.
Did you hear that? They love me now. Woo!
Yeah, they didn't even mention the horrible thing you did to those kids on instant.
I know! I can't!
And your page has 4,000 Google boxes.
Ah, this whole VIP tour is so perfect.
she gonna bring as her guest? She gonna bring your mom?
I don't know who she's bringing.
Is she bringing her mom? Is she bringing her mom?
No, she won't.
You're gonna be in your Kid Danger suit and this.
Well, yeah, but she's gonna be down here with us for like an hour.
All right, calm down your pants. Schwanz can disguise your face.
Really?
Yeah, I give you good fish disguise.
What about the voice?
Can you disguise his voice, too?
Easy.
Look.
Excuse me.
What the?
Henry, will you help me find my mommy?
Oh, Gwen, that's so creepy.
Will you find me a pony?
Please. No. But it's my dream to see Captain Man's headquarters. Please, I'm gonna be your guest.
Will you wear whatever I tell you to wear?
I don't know. My mom usually picks my outfits.
Will you wear whatever I tell you to wear?
I
You have 3 seconds to answer. 1.
I'll wear anything. I'll wear anything.
Fine. You can be my guest.
Yes. All right. Yeah. Yes. What's going on here? I'm gonna be Piper's guest when she goes to Captain Man's secret headquarters. Yeah! That's great, man. Yeah! Hey!
Whoa! Wow!
How do I look?
Completely unrecognizable.
Good.
Wait, what about his voice?